It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, hut, yellow, 22. Yeah. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They start the drive with them. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff coming left. Evans. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Right back to Pitts again. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Falcons put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Cook up the gut. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Darnold going to take it and just back this one forward to his wideout. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And the tackle by Kalen Barnes.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Darnold's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Darnold on first down. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Patterson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look down Field first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Yellow, 22. Mike, check 33. 33. That's a slant. Red, cycle. Green, check Mike 33. That's the pass. Mike, check 33. 33.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are once again back in front. Coup for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
58, boys, 58, 58. Come on. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And here's Ryan Wright now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken at about the 36. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
45, wide.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a catch right side by Evans. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Black Ultra.
Second and 6. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 97 yards. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 17-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
That one goes for 24 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie things at 17-all. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Off of play action, Darnold. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To the air again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 75 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. They go back to the ground with Johnson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Evans. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darrington Evans with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Darnold. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, a run with Evans. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. He completes it to Evans. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And they'll run for it with Evans. And he's able to out here before he goes down at the 26. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They go play action here on first down. Open man is McMath. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Check 50, check 50.
On third down, Johnson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Back to throw now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Rondale Moore, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. John Fitzpatrick, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle, Nwangu. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 46. Yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A first down throw, Darnold. Slant pass to Boyd. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 41-yard line. On the counter, it's Evans. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the night. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Evans. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moore, the man in motion. That one looks like he'll throw here. And pass complete to Moore. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Falcons, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move.